Open world games usually come packed with an in-depth main story. However, in a lot of cases, the real content doesn't begin until you finish that story. So today on Game Rant, we're ranking the best open world games with extensive endgame content. To start, we have a personal favorite of mine, Cyberpunk 2077. Originally, this game was limited in its post-story activities. However, thanks to the Phantom Liberty DLC, as well as a 2.0 update, that's changed. The DLC introduces Dogtown, a new, oppressive, and lawless district that adds a significant layer of exploration and danger to the world. Along with that, you gain access to a new relic skill tree, providing unique and powerful abilities unlocked by exploring the new district. This, along with the expansion's extra endings, makes it feel like a whole new story. So even if folks beat the game, there is so much more to partake in. Next, we have Tom Clancy's The Division 2. This is an RPG shooter where you engage in intense tactical combat to save Washington, D.C. However, after the main campaign, the true story begins. A new high-tech faction dubbed Black Tusk invades the environment, creating a dynamic and persistent new layer of threats across the map. There are a variety of post-story activities you can partake in, including new co-op missions, competitive PvP modes, and the series' first 8-player raids. There are also regularly scheduled world events, adding even more content for players to enjoy. In the 6th place spot, we have Red Dead Redemption 2. This title already has a pretty massive narrative. However, once you complete Arthur Morgan's tragic story, players get to step into the boots of John Marston. This transition unlocks previously inaccessible areas of the map, including the entire region of New Austin from the first game. The post-game also unlocks hidden side quests, legendary animals, gang hideouts, and so much more. The online component of this game has its ups and downs, but trust us when we say that the single-player endgame experience is top tier. Next, we have Elden Ring. Think of this title as a puzzle box that only grows more mysterious after your first playthrough. There is so much to find in the lands between that it's nearly impossible to discover everything. However, the New Game Plus mode allows you to restart your journey with all your stats and gear intact. You're also presented with more challenging enemies. This gives you the chance to find the hidden caves, dungeons, and all the other secrets you may have missed during your first run. If that isn't enough, folks also have the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC to partake in even more content. At 4, we've got Diablo IV. This game is designed to provide a virtually limitless endgame experience. Players can tackle challenging nightmare dungeons, conquer enemy strongholds, and participate in dynamic world boss encounters and Helltide events that temporarily transform regions of the map into chaotic, high-reward zones. Along with all that, the title also gets seasonal updates meant to introduce new mechanics and quest lines that delve deeper into the lore of the Sanctuary. Stepping into the top 3, first we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This is another one of those open-world games that already has an expansive story. However, the main narrative is only about half of the full campaign. The rest comes in the critically acclaimed DLCs Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine. These expansions don't only add entirely new regions, but also compelling storylines and even more memorable characters. Outside of the DLC, this game offers immense replayability. Thanks to its deep, choice-driven narrative, the player can change the world in a multitude of ways. One playthrough truly isn't enough to get the full Witcher 3 experience. Next is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Released all the way back in 2011, few games can claim the immortality of this title. For one, the open world is designed for players to explore every corner and crevice to find the many secrets hidden within it. It's possible to ignore the main story for hours in exchange for exploring the vast map. Along with that, there's also the expansions that add even more hours of content. However, if that still isn't enough for you, there are the many mods made by the community that can change multiple aspects of the game. And the best part is that as long as the modding community exists, the mods will never stop. With all this in mind, it's easy to see why this game is over 20 years old and still has a solid player base. And last on our list is No Man's Sky. This title redefines what endgame even means, offering an infinite and ever-evolving galaxy for players to explore. Every planet, ecosystem, and artifact is procedurally generated, meaning no matter how long you play, you won't be able to see everything this title has to offer. Add to that the constant free updates, and it's almost scary how many hours you can sink into this game. Beyond exploring though, players can also build elaborate bases, manage entire settlements, and much more. Thanks to this design, this game truly feels like an ever-expanding universe. No matter how far you go, there is always more to do. However, that's it for our list, folks. Let us know which title you think deserves to be on here. Until next time, thanks for watching, and happy gaming.